guys, how's it going? It's Nathan back with the Untitled Collective. I have Sebastian here. I'll let him introduce himself. So you want to go ahead and just
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Sebastian. I go by Seabass, Seb. I run Rave Wars pins. And yeah, these are the homies. I'm ready to get into it. And
so you want to just talk about your business a little bit more?
yeah, absolutely. We're a rave wear collective based out of Asheville, North Carolina. That's where our home base is. And we mostly do pins, but we're also getting into apparel. I think like our number one thing is quality.
Sure.
You know, I don't want to put out a cheap product, especially with the garments, especially with the pins. And I always want to do designs that are going to make us stand out from the rest of the people. So I think that's just one of our core values. And we work with a lot of dope people. Like my team, I can tell you a little bit about them.
Yeah.
My team, one of our lead designers, he's based out of Mexico. So he lives in Mexico. That's the homie Espinoso, if you're watching.
Hey.
Shout out Espinoso. That's the homie. He's the creative. Me and him work on the designs together for basically a lot of the things. Like basically all this right here, that's me and Espinoso. And then all my team, my vendors, the homegirls, they're over there, my partner. So we're a team of about like 5, 6.
Okay.
And yeah.
How's the whole like creative process through and through from like start to finish?
So basically for the pins, it's just things we think are dope, things that we like. For example, like my first one was the chowder. I love chowder. Okay. I grew up on chowder, but there was no chowder pin. So like I looked and I looked and I looked and I was like, damn, there ain't no chowder pins. I got the money. So I was like, and that's what started it all. We started this. We've only been doing the Rave Wars project for about a year.
Okay.
He dropped in July of last year. So
still pretty fresh.
Yeah, this is what started it all. And like, I didn't really know what we were doing. I was just like, I want to make the pin. I don't know if anyone's going to buy it. I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to make the pin. I looked into the process and, you know, starting from scratch with anything, it's going to take you some time. So before I even made this guy, probably took me about like 4 or 5 months of just research. Like, how do I make the pins? I looked up the process, the different types, cost, etc. So then I pulled the trigger, and ever since then, bro, we've just been busy. Like we did our first vending gig in Asheville in September. So we dropped Chowder July. We did our first vending gig in September. We started with like 2 boards.
Yeah, you guys definitely have a lot over there. We can cut some B-roll into this. From 2 boards to what you guys will see here, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're up to like 28 boards, something like that. And it's just an evolving process with our inventory, with our gigs. I've always been big into like anime. I love One Piece. And I've always had a deep love for like gaming, nerd stuff.
Of course.
I love it. It's not like derogatory. I'm a nerd, bro. I've been a nerd through.
It's not mean unless you meant it that way.
Nerd is cool. It's 2025,
it's
y'all.
the age of the geek, bro.
Nerd, geek. Yes, sir. So yeah, I've always been a nerd. I've always been into like gaming, pop culture stuff, especially like I grew up on Dragon Ball. That's like the first anime like I fucked with, bro. I used to be like with the Spirit Bomb, like giving him the energy through the street.
Give me your power.
The Kamehameha, like all of that. So it goes through and through, and then my love for cartoons. So that's like a lot of my inspiration. It's like stuff I grew up on.
I mean, honestly, just because you grow up doesn't mean you have to grow out.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
We can hold on to it, and it doesn't necessarily mean anything past just enjoy like what is, right?
Yeah.
Just with all that creativity and everything, anyone that's starting up like their own small business, like, you know, vending aspirations and all that, do you have any tips for them, like as they're going into the space? Like any lessons learned?
Yeah, absolutely. I think my biggest one is just do it. I know it's like pretty straightforward, but it's put in the time, get you a little game plan, and execute it. The first time, you're going to run into issues. You're always going to run into issues, and there's never a perfect time to start. There's never going to be perfect, let's go, so you just got to do it. With the vending, with the pin, I was feeling uneasy. I still get like the jitters, like even coming here, I was like a little nervous. Right. There's never a perfect time to do something, but if you have a good plan, if you have good problem solving, then I think you're going to be okay. And it's also have some good inspiration. Like,
Sure.
remember why you're pursuing your dream or whatever you want to do. Like, for me, it's not really about the money. Like, the money's cool. I still work my day job. I'm a paralegal throughout the day.
Okay.
So I work like my 40-hour shift, and then I do this.
Right.
Slowly but surely, we're getting more into probably getting away from my day job and doing this full time. But we're not there yet.
Sorry to interject.
No, you're fine.
Do you ever feel like the passion is getting mixed with the business too much? Like, how have you balanced that out?
It's hard to find balance, bro. It really is. Like, especially with work, relationship, friendship, me.
There's a lot of hats.
There's so many hats when you're starting out, bro. So I think what keeps me motivated is knowing that easier times are coming. Like, whenever it's just you don't have any employees, no nothing, you got to do everything.
Right.
But now that I'm starting to build a team, I got reliable people.
Right.
Then I'm like, okay, I can trust you with this, especially if they look at the vision the same way I do.
Right.
Like, they understand that we're a baby right now. You know, we've only been doing it almost a year. Look at it in 5 years, and 5 years.
Oh yeah, night and day.
Exactly.
I'm sure.
Exactly.
We can circle back around in 5 years and see where you guys are at.
Hey, we'll be here.
So just like lastly, I appreciate you talking with us, but we wanted to see if you had a crazy fun fact about you to kind of
Crazy
close us
fun
out.
fact.
Could be literally anything. Let's try to
put
keep
me
it
on the spot.
I know. We just-
Crazy fun fact. I used to, whenever I was in high school, I used to throw big parties, like Project X parties.
okay.
I've slowed down from that, but like, it got big, bro. Like, we used to throw ragers. Like, it's all behind us. We don't get that rowdy, but that was like 16. At like 16, 17,
You definitely
we were
mellowed
doing it.
out.
We did mellow out. We did mellow out. I still love putting stuff together like events.
Right.
But like, that taught me a lot when I was younger. Like,
You're just focusing your energy to somewhere
yes,
it's a little bit more productive.
Yes.
But
But
that was perfect.
but I think on that tangent, in the future, I do want to translate the pins and the merch to Rave Wars Presents. I do want to throw my own shows. I think that'll come later down the line.
Sure.
But I still have like a deep love for that.
Right.
When I was younger, I was dumb. We didn't do it right. We were reckless.
Right.
But now I think like with the right things, like we know so many DJs, Danny, the homeboy Danny, our homies, we got a lot of homies in Atlanta, Florida. We have so much talent that I'd like to plan some in the future. Definitely.
Well, awesome, man. I appreciate you talking with us. Is there anything else you want to add to this before we get off here?
No, I mean, I appreciate you having me, bro. Like,
for sure.
I love what y'all are doing on the spot. I don't know if y'all can see the vibes, but like,
We chill.
it's dope out here, bro.
Yeah, just to kind of recap what the collective does, because we didn't really get to touch base too much on it. But so our natural environment is dance. Like, so I started b-boying when I was 14, 15 years old. Same thing with James, and we kind of just took the same energy. Like as we got older, it's really hard to invest time into things that involve that are team-based things. So getting prepped for like a competition stuff, like it's very tasking as far as like scheduling, and as like we're progressing through our lives and stuff, it's really hard to keep that creative aspect into like a long-term like situation. So what we decided to start doing was we decided to kind of do the same thing, like Event Nation, throwing our own events. We threw our own dance intensive a few months ago.
Damn.
We actually have one coming up here in July 26th.
Be there.
And then so with that being said, we realized that our creative community and the dance community, we're not the only ones that feel like we don't have a place to do what we want to do. And the whole goal with the collective is to kind of bridge different avenues of like creativity and just give ourselves a place to just do just that, is just be creative and like share and like collaborate with each other without any hindrances, because it's really hard for us to like go out to places and just show up and like hang out and just kind of do the things we love to do without being like chastised or not having the space to do it or getting kicked out. Like we want to provide a space that's very
Welcoming.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like
that's
for
dope.
wherever you are. Like we're dancers here by trade in a gaming convention. Not that I don't like game, right?
Right.
Like I love video games just as much, But if I had to like pick something, like gaming is definitely not on that high echelon for me, but it might be for anyone else over here.
Right.
And what I want to know is like what drives them. Like
Right.
why does passion, like passion transcends like whatever, like cooking, dancing, pin making, like you can find passion anywhere, and that's why we're here today. So
That's dope.
like,
bro.
I appreciate
I
it
love
a lot.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
So
Thank you for having
we got
me.
Sebastian. We gotta have his company up here. Do you have any personal tags?
Rave Wars Seabass, that's my personal. Rave Wars, that's our media. I do like 360 video on the side, like
Sick.
mosh pit stuff.
Do you have the cameras today?
Yeah.
Are you bringing them out?
I mean, yeah, probably. I'll probably bring my cameras out, and then Rave Wars pins. That's where you get the drip. Peep it, follow it. We're taking over.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
Peace.